I'm gonna be bouncing off y'all stories right now. Just so you know.
Okay, so we about to go live.
Sounds just good.
Yo, 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 we are back.
We back in the building.
What's good, y'all?
So just waiting for some people to come in. They should know we've been promoting it.
I'm about to post the link on Facebook and Instagram and
Okay,
send it
okay.
out to some people. Give me a
I'm
hot
about to do
second.
this.
Oh,
I'm about
okay.
to do this thing. So let me put my phone on me before I start talking shit. I don't need the first day to get to talking shit.
Oh, it's gonna happen though. It's gonna happen.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but it will happen right off.
Your signal kind of like
You know what? Leandra might have to kick them kids off the She might have to kick them kids off.
Oh,
What?
okay.
I get that shit. At one
Mm-hmm.
point, I had 15 motherfucking things hooked up to my Wi-Fi. I'm like, man, what the? It ain't 15 people in this bitch.
Right, right.
That
Like
don't even sound right.
these motherfuckers got phones, they TV. Man, I couldn't wait. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to get y'all the fuck out of here for real, for real.
I know, right? So, man, for the people that's been waiting on us, we got a couple people in the building right now. You know, giving people a couple minutes to jump in. But the people that's been waiting on us, that been asking either myself, Duran, or Michelle, we are officially back in the building.
Mm-hmm.
So
We got some shit. We got some shit on our mind, obviously.
exactly. So, you know, we going to get started. So the first hot topic, and it's been a hot topic for a while, and I want to know what y'all thoughts are on the Roe v. Wade.
Say it again now.
Roe
Man,
versus
some oh about white
Oh,
men
the
telling
abortion
about
law.
yeah.
Mm.
yeah about white men telling women what to do with their bodies.
Since forever.
I mean, so I think we should let the resident woman of the show, the female expert, talk to us about that.
um, I personally think it was to get people to be distracted. And the reason why I say that is because we're in an election year. So I think they really was using a lot of things in the media to kick up energy and shit. Because have you noticed that it was the same shit around 2020 when COVID kicked off, and it was a lot of um, deaths by the hands of black deaths by the hands of some police in certain areas, and niggas was outside protesting, and COVID disappeared, but it was also an election year.
Okay, right.
It seems to always be an election year when shit kicks off. So um, I also feel like it was only a matter of time that they were going to kick off something. The fact
Ooh,
that
ooh, ooh. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. We hear you.
due to the why I gotta be on front and center, due to the fact that they started kicking it off in each state individually. I can't remember when this was, but it was sometime last year, if I'm not mistaken, where they were just like, abortion is about to be illegal. Didn't it kick off in Alabama or in Georgia? in Texas. Y'all know what I'm talking about? When they
Yeah.
started bringing it to the forefront. And, people were saying, well, this ain't going to last. And I could just go to another state if I want to have an abortion. Here. But I knew it was only a matter of time that they were going to take it to this level. Because at the end of the day, it's about control. And I knew that this was going to be a factor in them controlling how people feel and how they going to go about it. They out here protesting and acting a damn fool, and it's just like, then they overturned it, but now they left it in the hands of the states. So a lot of people think that this is going on in every state, but every state individually have set their own laws when it pertains to this. Not every state is going against you having abortion. The last time I looked at a map, I believe it was like in the South more so, Florida, Texas, Georgia, Alabama, that they was like, ain't no abortion, because if you do, you're going to jail, and so is the doctor that performs. But like here in Illinois, you can still get an abortion. In New York, I think in certain areas on the East Coast, you can still get an abortion. California.
Oh, California already
I can't
told
remember.
y'all. Look, yeah, California said they're not fucking with it. Whether they left it up to the states or not, the governor of California was like, if you need to, you can come here.
Yeah. See, this is my thing. Now, not to be all up in my own business, but I personally never had an abortion. I known of women that had abortion, friends, family, etc. But I feel like it's a thing that, is this something you choose to do with your body? Go ahead.
Right.
Because it's your body if that's what you want to do. You do have to understand the ramifications that come with doing that, whether it be physically, mentally, and emotionally. But at the end of the day, I feel like if that's what you want to do with your body, you can do it, because, hey, look at these other things that they are promoting or allowing, a certain shit for people that want to change their gender and all of this other shit that goes on. And nobody seems to be batting an eye at that shit. Um, so I'm not saying that I'm against abortion, but I'm not saying I'm for it either. I'm saying you do what you want to fucking do. But I also feel like it depends on certain circumstances. Meaning, like, hey, if you have a 12-year-old daughter that just so happens to get raped by any chance, God forbid, just hypothetically, would you want to have that child suffer through going through having a baby by their rapist? Or would you want to have the option to have an abortion? Now, some people may argue with that statement saying, oh, well, there's adoption. But I also think about, okay, that is an option, but I I have started to think about the trauma that could be attached to that for everybody involved. The mother, the child, the person that adopts the child. Because I feel like our traumas are deep rooted within our childhood anyway. Um, so yeah, Roe versus Wade, like I said, it's a distraction to me from shit that's really going on, and I'm not pro-choice, but I ain't pro-life. It's like I hate that society has to have us choosing shit. Like you either this side or you that side. You either conservative or you a liberal, or you a fucking cisgendered male, or you a fucking they them. It's just like, how did we come to this fucking shit?
Man, let me tell you something. Like, and we're gonna get back on the Roe versus Wade. But since you brought that shit up, I had a motherfucker ask me. They was like, "Well, how do you identify?" I was like, "As a man." And the motherfucker said, "What kind of man?" I only
Oh,
know.
wait a minute.
I only
Not
know.
what kind of man.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. But that's a whole nother conversation. But I just thought that was funny that you tripped over into that, right?
We
But as far as
got a topic coming on that's gonna lead into that conversation.
hey man, tell them kids to get off that goddamn Wi-Fi, man.
Right, because it's messing up your shit, bro. You sound like a
But
goddamn
right,
transformer.
we gonna nickname you Tron.
Yeah.
You know, but and why my shit say this? Okay, whatever. It is what it is. But the but look, the way I look at it is like you talk about the distraction part of it. I can ride with that because around the
Yeah.
same time they passed it, my man got shot 60 times, right? And
Yeah.
around the same time, the same white dude was apprehended with an assault rifle. Nothing happened. I give you that. But also too, this goes a little bit deeper. 6 years ago, 2016 census,
Mm-hmm.
26 of the 50 states reported that basically they had a negative white population, which means that white people were dying quicker than they could be born, right? So
I forgot to mention that part, but go ahead.
yeah, so it's
Mm-hmm.
not it's I mean, a lot of people want to talk about conspiracy theory and all this whole other shit, and it's like, yo, this shit is really plain and in your face, but because people are scared to have these kind of conversations, they can go over people's heads. White people, they let you know how they felt when they was talking about Jews will not replace us and stuff. These people understand that there was a negative white growth in the population. They understand that, and
Mm-hmm.
I had a white dude when they was talking about it on CNN, and and he was like, well, talking about the Roe versus Wade. He was like, well, now we can stop illegally killing these kids and get the population rate back up. Who's concerned about the population rate? Black people ain't concerned about the population rate.
Right.
Hispanic, you seen an average Hispanic household? They ain't concerned about the population rate. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Can I
So I
bounce
mean,
off of that?
oh
What
please,
you
by all
saying?
means.
That's another thing that I feel like has been a thing when it comes to this. Just watching people on social media, Instagram, and more so TikTok. TikTok, as much as it was like a app for kids and dancing and shit, I've learned so much shit from people and just seeing different perspectives and how they use that platform to just be intelligent on some ends and just ignorant on the others. But this has also been this Roe versus Wade thing has been a white women coming up to black women or women of color saying, why this is about all women. No, the fuck it ain't.
Right.
This is about y'all. And like you just said, I think the statistical findings was that by the year of 2045, which ain't that fucking far, the white population will be minority.
Mm-hmm.
It was said that the majority would be Hispanic, then us,
Mm-hmm.
then them. And to them, they don't want that shit.
Mm-mm. At
They don't want
all.
that shit
At
happening.
all.
Um, which is kind of confusing to me because, in a sense, you have one part of the people. I don't really know how to say it. The government saying, or the people in power saying how they want to depopulate, right? But then you have shit like this. You don't want to depopulate. But maybe you just want to depopulate the motherfuckers that you want to depopulate,
Exactly.
meaning black and brown people. So this particular fight with Roe v. Wade ain't got shit to do with black people, particularly black women. And white women have been coming with the argument that this is our fight. And I'm like, why is it always when we need them in a feminist sense, which I don't believe in feminism, if y'all remember, but it's always you need us when you need us to fight your shit. But when it comes to us, y'all don't give a fuck
at all.
at fucking all.
Well, I said that before. As far as feminism, black women shouldn't be feminists because when it comes down to
It ain't
feminism,
our fight.
they only looking out for the white women. But my take on Roe versus Wade, I'm looking at it from a different angle. So I look at it like this. I get it's a woman's body. She has the right. I get that. But one, you got women out here that's using abortion like birth control. At what point do we say enough is enough? Two, women ain't getting an abortion because it's their body. They get an abortion because they don't want a child. They don't want a child by that guy. They mentally or physically unstable to have a child or really want.
But now just to kind of like play devil's advocate to that, ain't that still a subject regarding her body though?
Okay.
If a woman says, I don't want to have a baby, and especially by this nigga, ain't that still that's her body, right?
Okay, so what about this? What if the man don't want a child? Be a man, if you don't want a child, then or if you want a child by her, straight up. So now women are they harder than men. Women.
Okay, so now look, I'm glad you said that because we can we can play both sides of the fence. Right? Why we can play both sides of the fence while you get Tron fixed over there. But look, no, but because I fuck with you and you know this, right? But okay, so we'll say that now because whereas I just said isn't it her body, by the same token, we are both sports fans. The very premise of any sport is the team on defense is supposed to stop the team on offense from scoring, are they not?
Yes.
The woman should be motherfucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or whoever is a defensive juggernaut because it's up to you to stop us from scoring.
Okay, and I got that.
And so what if we score, then you have then goddamn it, you just lost.
So what the man should do is act like Manute Bol and put it back in her face.
No.
Retarded. It takes two people to fuck.
It does.
And two people to make the decision.
That's my whole thing. Is you got two immature ass people decide to lay down and have sex. Are we just and the man is the one that be responsible? Because if she don't want a child, shouldn't she have been just as responsible?
Dig that. Yo, I'm gonna tell you one of the weakest arguments that can ever be thrown up about pregnancy is, well, it was an accident. Well, I didn't know. Here's the reality. Ain't nobody, we not 12, we're all grown. And
right.
or when somebody say, well, it was only one time. I told y'all the first time we kicked all this shit off, I told y'all I had a conversation with my sons a long time ago when before they was fucking. At least I think that's before they was fucking. But it was like, yo, if anybody ever comes to me and tells me and your mother that they pregnant by you, I don't want to hear that I wasn't the only guy she was sleeping with. I don't want to hear that the school ran a train on her because you shouldn't have been the caboose. You know what I'm saying? All I want to know is, did you fuck her? And if the answer is yes, we gonna play like it's yours until we can prove otherwise.
Right. I get that.
Just
I
don't
get
sign
that.
the birth certificate because it wound up
That's
not
it.
being yours. You fucked.
Oh yeah, oh
Buh.
definitely fuck. So man, I had
That's one thing
Side
that I
note,
believe is a
side
really
note,
messed up
side
thing.
note. I'm 50 years old. Why I just found out my home man didn't sign
What?
my
tell
old
you
man didn't sign my birth certificate. I
You
just
just
found this shit.
found this out?
I just found this shit out because I was trying to put him on these flight benefits. And they asked for proof. I was like, say, nigga. So I asked my mom, I said, where's the birth certificate with his signature on? She said, ain't one. I said, oh, I never knew.
wow.
I'm a
Wow.
damn bastard. Now let me stop. Okay, let's go.
So
I just let
I
y'all all
told,
in my business. Y'all know how we do this show. Come on now. All right.
I told Duran about this a while ago.
The gay Bible.
So they have a Bible out. That's an LGBT.
I'm sorry. I ain't mean to laugh that hard. Go ahead, continue.
So at first I was going just to see what the hell, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna give him. I'm not.
They on that
Voltron.
internet again. They on that
Vol,
internet. They on that
Vol,
PS5. I'm telling you.
Voltron. Voltron.
Hey, I'm gonna have to kill them kids.
Don't say that.
Nah,
I'm about to say,
it's a joke,
I'm
y'all.
about to say you know we recording the show, bro.
Right. You got to
So,
be careful nowadays. They on that.
well, it was just a joke. Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah,
child,
we're gonna get
child,
Mhm.
these.
child fuck around, child fuck around and get the flu. They be like, you know, he tried to kill her. He tried to poison.
Right. All
So,
because you said this shit.
so they got this Bible, and I was at first I was gonna get it, but I'm like, no, because I'm not about to sit up here and give them my money for this damn Bible. Like, are y'all serious? I'm not doing that. But how do you make a gay Bible? Like, seriously, how do you what are you changing in the Bible? Because if everything is supposed to be accurate in the Bible, how are you as a homosexual changing what happened? Is it Adam and Steve now? Now you got two men that had a baby? I mean, what we doing?
Everything might not even be accurate in the Bible. I just recently saw something, I don't know how true it is, that it's lost books of the Bible.
Yeah,
Is
they
that
said
true?
there's a lot of books that's not published in the Bible.
Missing from the Bible.
Yes, that's it forever. But still, whether you say the Bible was accurate or not, if this was supposedly written thousands of years ago, how do you sit up here and say God?
How you sit up here and say God is gay? They probably feel that way because, the saying that we are made in his image. So they feel like if I'm gay, I'm in his image. That's just a thought. I don't know.
Well, I think that
We
number
would have to
one
have a
is
gay person on the show to get their perspective.
Where my brother at?
yeah,
No, I'm just
exactly.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
I mean, you
Wow.
know what? To
DeLon
come
said
up
that
with
your mic is skipping, David,
it's skipping.
because them children on the PS5. That's why.
The damn
right,
children.
cheering. But man, look here, man. I mean, we've normalized so much shit because nobody wants to be confrontational. Everybody wants to be inclusive, and sometimes to include people. Look, just for me to include you does not mean I have to accept you. You know what I'm saying? For me not to exclude you does not mean I have to like and agree with everything you say. But
True.
you can't say that I don't agree with homosexuality because now all of a sudden you're homophobic. And that's not true. You know what I'm saying? And my problem with them indoctrinating us with all of this stuff is the fact that it's just another excuse for them to push black needs, wants down further down the economic and social ladder. Because as long as we uphold everything else, because you can't be homophobic, because then there are recourses for that. But you can say shit like, oh well, black people this, and the only thing they're gonna come up with is, well, you need to cool out. Why y'all ain't let that shit go yet? It's not right. You know what I'm saying? You can't be anti anything, and I put it like this: you can't disagree with anything without being labeled as anti that.
And
Right?
can I make a point really quick?
Go ahead.
Because it's on my mind. I think I'm gonna forget it before you start over.
No,
That
go
goes
ahead.
to show. That goes to show what recently happened. Did y'all see Macy Gray has said, "You're a woman if you're a woman if you have woman body parts. If you're a
Yeah.
trans woman, you're not a woman." And she said what she said. Next
hmm
fucking day, she reiterates. She retracts. And I'm like, well, she's a celebrity in a sense, so I'm sure that was some PR shit. But when you feel strongly about something and your opinion, stick on that shit. Who give a
Man,
fuck?
look. I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was telling her probably about 20 years ago, I made a conscious effort. I watch what I say. Now, the way I say it, you may not like it, but I may have to apologize for how I say something, but I'm never gonna apologize for what I say because I mean that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not ever gonna apologize for saying that I don't agree with homosexuality, because I do not. Now, does that mean that I don't like homosexuals? Does that mean that I think that gay bashing should be a thing? Does that mean that I think that they should be excluded from having economic opportunities in the workplace? No, because that's just another form of bigotry and racism, right? And as a black man, I don't think that we have the space to tell other people what they can and can't do, because we're fighting for the same shit, and that which takes me back to the other point. The more we allow people to work their way up the ladder, it just allows them to ignore us.
Yeah.
That is true. That is ever so
because
true.
Yeah.
because we, no other race, or no other ethnic group or social group is told to just be cool. Like when the Jewish community brings up a situation, you best believe motherfuckers gonna stand up and take note. When Asian community, when now black people been getting their ass whooped in the streets hundreds of years. We ain't even got to go back hundreds of years. We can go back to the 50s and 60s. They was unleashing dogs on us, water holes, lynching, all that shit, right? But a few years ago, because of the coronavirus, Asian people were being attacked unjustly. Now we agree it was unjust, but that was a big deal. We not gonna be mad about black people getting their asses beat, killed for no reason, but we up in arms over any and everybody else. This shit is wrong.
Yeah.
I say the band is back
I,
together. Yes, we are.
We back. Yo, if y'all ain't following
so
this girl on social media, y'all missing out. If you into that pop culture and them reality shows and shit, this girl give reviews like it ain't nobody's business, man.
okay. So this is another thing that I feel like has nothing to do with us. And at the end of the day, the gay agenda, and because I feel like it's only a fight when it's a gay white man. They only fight for gay white men, in my opinion. Because at the end of the day, you black and you gay, you still black.
You still black.
At the end of the day, you Hispanic and gay, you still Hispanic.
Yeah.
They make that shit or things for them specifically, and you think you may be included, but at the end of the day, you really not.
It's really not. Because, and here's how you know you're not included. Because it's an either or situation. Like, you can't fight for rights specific to black people and gay people. It's either because I even talked to a
Right.
gay dude one time, and I was just like, here's the reality of the situation. If you wanted to correct your actions and suppress the fact that you were gay so that no one knew, you could do that. But you still black. You can't suppress the fact that you black. That melanin in your skin, the width of your nose, the
Ain't no
thickness in your
suppressing
lips,
that shit.
ain't gonna let you get away with that. It don't
I
matter.
mean, only thing that you could do is transition like everybody else want to fucking transition. Brighten your skin,
And
surgery on your body.
even then, you
No,
still gonna
look,
be black. Look at the
that's
Aborigines.
true because at the end of the day, specifically if you're a woman and you want to change this shit about yourself, if you decide to have a child, guess what? That child ain't gonna come out with light, pale skin and no lips and small nose. That motherfucker gonna come out black as hell.
Well, Derek say you can't say
Boy.
nothing wrong about none of the gays.
Not
Yeah,
he not
but yes,
lying.
you can. But yes, you can. They say that they only saying that because you'll get canceled or people won't support you or they'll try to get you fired or whatever the fuck. But at the end of the day, it's just like them motherfuckers don't rule the world. And people get so offended by every little fucking thing.
Yeah.
But they never have no real thing to back up how they feel. And like Deron said, me, I don't care. Do what you do. My thing is love who you love, do what you do. But when you start to make me feel like I have to, okay, for example, with the pronouns thing, I think pronouns are fucking dumb. Whoever came up with this shit, I think it's the stupidest shit because it just adds more shit, unnecessary shit, honestly. Um, you identify as he, she, blah blah blah. But then motherfuckers think other people that be out here saying, "Well, I identify as a squirrel," but a motherfucker that identify as a they them, they would think that shit is funny. But no, you have allowed this shit to happen. So why they can't
Yeah.
identify as a fucking rodent?
I
So
mean,
let me ask,
why
Why
can't
not?
identify as a
Cool for
millionaire?
you.
Why
let
can't
me
identify as a motherfucker that don't have no student loan?
Why you can't
I want to
identify
identify
as
as
a
that.
rich white woman? Why you can't identify as a rich white man? Because
There it is.
if we're going to go into a state of, I don't really want to call it delusion. Because I mean, if you want to manifest some shit for yourself, by all means, boo, I hope that shit work out for you. But I'm not about to, I don't want to say I'm going to disrespect a person if they say that these are my pronouns. What I'm about to do is, hey, you identify as they and them. What is your name? Even if your mama ain't give you the name, I'll call you what your name is. But I'm not about to go into a whole fucking mind fuck having a conversation with somebody and I have to say, if I say like, oh, she's so funny, and they be like, oh, I told you it was they. And it's just like, damn, now I have to correct my fucking whole mentality to remember to call you by your name or by your fucking pronoun just to have a simple fucking conversation with you.
I got
Why
a
are we
solution.
making shit more difficult in life than we have
I got a
already?
solution for that. If you don't know what they are, male or female, just call them bitch. I don't want to be disrespectful.
Why was I just thinking that? Why was I just thinking
I don't
that?
want to be disrespectful. So, hey, bitch, come here.
You wildin'.
Before, but no, like they was transitioning toward that shit before I left, right? With y'all. And I told them, I said, I ain't gonna do it. They like, well, you get rolled up. Okay. So I just do I look, if you are a man and you got plumbing, I'm not gonna call you her. She. Like Michelle said, what's your name?
What's your name? Even if you change, if your name was Angelo and you want to be Angela, okay, Angela.
Look, we had two dudes that had their names legally changed. One dude name was Miracle Smith. Y'all know if y'all remember Miracle, and I don't remember Strawberry's
That's
last name. But
fine.
I
Remember
called you by
Strawberry.
your name. I called you by the name that's on that ID card. But I'm not finna say, hey, go get her. Go get him. No, because not doing it.
We got Miss
We
Dorsey
not.
in the house.
What's up, girl? We ain't
Oh
got to do
shit.
all of
Sam.
that shit.
Your man
And
let you on here to talk to us, Sam.
Oh man, you know what? Hey, I ain't even gonna lie, because I had to get on Miss Dorsey about this, right? Now we cool and shit. You know, when I was going through my stuff, she would hit me up. Then she got a man, and then she treat me like I'm some side bitch or something, because I don't never hear from her.
I ain't heard from Sam since I moved.
I'm like, damn, you could at
I've
least.
seen Sam, so I.
She said
I mean, I
she said
thought we
a
was
man
friends.
split her.
I thought we was friends. She could reach out to her, like, text me, dog, what's good. I ain't heard nothing from Sam since I moved.
Right, you know, I feel like some type of side bitch. Or
Not
something.
even on Facebook. Normally, I post some funny shit. I can get a reaction out of Sam. So I guess we the side bitches, David.
Sam got a man.
But I'm side number one. I ain't side two. That's you. You side two.
Damn,
Sam said she got a man in the car. She ain't think about y'all.
Obviously, I saw it took her to get a whole dude to learn how to drive, huh?
Oh shit, see. Sam, I
know.
I'm
Hey,
sorry, I didn't mean to set you up for the.
I need to know when Sam I can make sure my car is in the garage.
That's probably the reason why. That's why I moved out. That's why I moved out the state. Y'all niggas ain't safe out there.
Hey, she might fuck around and still hit a motherfucking hit your car and she in Chicago and shit.
Yo, I'm all over this. First of all,
I know that's why I put it up there.
Shout out to Millie.
Can I touch?
Because I got the story from her. She broke the story. I was like, you was bullshitting me. Okay. Nick Cannon. Okay, so Nick Cannon, Keenan from Kenan and Kel, his ex-wife put on.
Not Keenan, Kel.
Kel, right? But Kel from Kenan and Kel, right?
Right.
So his ex-wife put up on TikTok a little, you dig, talking about how she came home, I guess after she had caught Kel cheating on her or whatever, and Nick Cannon was trying to cheer him up and had put on her old cheer uniform and was doing cheers in their bedroom. I'm like, pause. How does the conversation even get to my wife got an old cheerleading uniform, you want to try to put that on? Why are you in my bedroom, Negro? And why are you cheer? And like, where was Kel sitting at in the middle of all this? Like, it's too many layers to unpack for this story because men don't do stuff like that, yo. I remember
celebrities do not lead or live the lives that we normally live. I swear to God.
Okay, but okay. So here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm gonna say about Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon has sold us all the bill of goods, and you say, well, how do you? This is according to me. You may disagree. That's fine. I'll just say this: Nick Cannon is pro-black this, pro-black that. All his baby mamas ain't none of them dog. I'm just gonna throw that out there. That's one. Number two, he claims to be a man's man. A man's man. I know growing up, I didn't want. You couldn't even come in my room and sit on the damn bed. Like, nigga, get up. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know? So I'm just saying, it's some suspect shit going on around there, man.
It's
like
Hollywood.
David, we boys. Leandra catch you cheating. She got a cheerleading outfit. You gonna tell me where it's at?
Hell no.
I mean, how do that conversation even come up?
You know what Will said about celebrities having living a different world. That's why I got the utmost respect for Dave Chappelle, because they told that nigga, hey, we want you to dress in drag, and he said no.
I couldn't do it. And a lot of people
I heard
like
that Dave Chappelle did wear a dress in some movie back in the day, but I would have to really find out if it's true or not.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
I just know that's not what you do.
Not at all.
Nah.
Hey, you know what? I put it to you like this, man. Look, because everybody they want to point to Medea, they want to point to Big Mama's house, they want to point to Flip Wilson. Okay, if that's they dig, that's what they do. Whatever. Okay,
And they get
I just
paid to
know
do it.
for
The
me,
Kennedy get paid shit.
I just know for me, I can't do no shit like that. I'm not cut like that. And it don't have nothing to do with somebody with me not rocking with homosexuals and me being homophobic. I I I wasn't raised as a man to put on no skirt. I wasn't raised as a man to put on no heels. It's
Right.
not what I do. I'm not Prince. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Prince. So I can't
I'm
do no
sure
shit
Prince
like that.
wasn't raised to put no shit on like that,
I
but
ain't said
he.
no, I said that fucking with David.
I knew what he was doing. I knew exactly what the nigga was doing. That's why I didn't feed into the Shirley Temple bullshit.
What's up,
I
Sam?
mean,
So you see Sam. Now she said, "Hey y'all," which was to all of us, but then she had to get Shells her own personal. Hey,
yeah,
what about me and Deron,
yeah,
motherfucker?
yeah. You don't love me no more, Sam? I ain't in Chicago no more. You don't love me no more? We not good? We not cool? When I come home, I shouldn't look you up?
That's because I told y'all she ain't think about y'all because she got a man in the car.
Hey, you don't want her to lick you up. Then she might fuck around and drive to you. Next thing you know, your car totaled.
Well, it'll be a rent a car, and I got insurance.
Or she might hit the airplane.
Nigga, if she hitting airplanes, I need to know how she got cleared to drive.
I'm talking about after the motherfucking land. Next thing you know, she done went on the motherfucking tarmac and bam.
You know,
y'all stupid as hell.
Ain't shit changed. Ain't shit changed.
So,
We might have been off the show for a while, but ain't shit.
I mean, Shells, had you seen this story about Nick?
Oh yeah, I actually came across the actual TikTok before you even sent the message about it to the group.
Mm-hmm.
And with these type of stories, you gotta be like, wait a minute. So, first of all, I watched it like 5 times because I was like, what? So it made me do investigation. So I started going through her TikTok page, and I'm like, is this really his wife? It really is. That's really her. She don't seem to be lying about a lot of shit about him being a deadbeat father, and he's not even there for his kids now, and he tried to fake like he liked her. He done married another woman, tried to get her to get the kids to come to that wedding, but it was false, and just so much shit she was bringing up, and how he stole money from her. They actually produced a movie together. She was in the movie a long while ago, and it's just a whole bunch of chaotic shit. So when I read that post, don't nobody be posting no shit. Even though, if you notice, for TikTok, for people that look at TikTok, I look at it as entertaining, and I might do one, whatever. This is only to entertain my fucking self. But she, a lot of people get on TikTok and lie. Because I don't know if y'all heard about that one chick that did that whole skit with the dude acting like he brought the baby mother to McDonald's.
Yeah.
That was a lie. But anyway,
that's why I didn't get on it, because I started to get on it. But yeah, go ahead.
It was a lie.
Yeah.
She made it up to get views, followers, controversy.
Right.
Which I think this is just like the state of the world now. If you notice, like when wild shit happens to random people, it's not real most of the time. It be some stage shit. Like I really think the bitch that did the glue in her hair did that shit to get attention and money. I don't think you can't be that dumb. And if you are, God pray for you. But I think it was a publicity stunt. But a lot of people are doing that now. But I don't think that woman is lying. Worth a damn. And the fact that she mentioned his name, I don't think she's doing this personally. I don't think she's doing it for clout or anything like that. But I also believe that it's a sense of exposure, because I feel like Hollywood motherfuckers is weird. That's why I don't care about celebrities like I used to, even though I didn't really care before, but I really don't be giving a fuck now. And they just be on some weird fucking time, weird ritual shit, weird shit to fit in, weird shit they be saying, and you just be like, I can't believe you really said that. But they say it in plain sight. And us as regular individuals see it as, oh, they funny, it's a joke, blah blah blah. But no, these things really be on some weird ass time.
Yeah,
Gay
some
time,
of the darkest
pedophile time, weird shit.
some of the darkest people that you want to meet are comedians. You know.
So
I mean, so when people say shit, when people, but see, here's the thing, they always say, if you really want to know about a relationship or about a man in a relationship, just talk to his woman.
Yeah.
Because no lies will be told.
Yo, because if everything's good, you're gonna know. If shit is bad, whether she blasting you on purpose or she doing shit on the sly, she gonna let it be known, this nigga ain't who y'all think he is. You know?
Yeah. And then Nick Cannon personally, it's already a thing surrounding him, and people are just so. I don't know why people feed so much into celebrity shit. It's like, stop comparing your life to these motherfuckers. I feel like they live by a different set of rules for themselves because they are in the limelight of fame and all of this bullshit. Stop using them as relationship goals and
It seems
no
like the
regular
Gremlins
ass
got Michelle
nigga.
now.
No regular ass nigga is going to be doing some of the shit that these niggas is doing. When they do comparisons with like, well, if that was me and I was Future, nigga, please, because a bitch like Sierra ain't even fucking with you in real life. So why would you compare yourself? Why would you say Russell Wilson, damn. Russell Wilson is a cornball and all of this shit. And it's just like, nigga, you is a cornball. Why are you trying to speak on something you don't even know what you're talking about? But the Nick Cannon thing, they going on saying, oh, why he having all these babies? Who cares? Who cares?
You ain't got to take care of them.
You don't. You
Sam,
don't. You don't got to pay no bills.
Sam said his show was canceled after one season.
I think she's talking about his show that he had on YouTube. Was it a YouTube show? It might have been on actual.
I'm about to say, because Wild 'N Out's still on.
Yeah. Now they did now.
Oh, they did cancel Wild 'N Out at one point, didn't they?
Did.
He came out and he said something about the Jews, and they let him know who's in charge, and he had to humble himself to get that show back on.
See, you can't talk about nobody like what you just said. They don't want you to talk about the gays. They don't want you to talk about the Jews.
But you can talk about black people all you want, though. You can talk about black people all day. It's okay. All day. It's okay. Y'all, we just need to get over it.
Right.
Yeah.
So black this lady right here.
Yeah.
This lady right here, her name is Keelan Spadoni.
Spadoni.
She was a Louisiana dispatcher who they ended up putting $2 million in her account by mistake.
Was it 2 million or 1.2 million?
According to the article, it says 1.2. One article said 2 million, the other one says 1.2.
Somebody lying.
So, well, regardless of the fact, she didn't give the money back.
I would have either. Ain't my mistake.
Well, now she's sitting in jail. And they said there's a clause in when you have your account that if money is mistakenly put into your account, that is up to you to give it back.
So, okay, so I do have a Charles Schwab account, and it is if you're gonna open these accounts, those little disclaimers they give you, your ass might want to read them, because it does state in there that if funds are mistakenly or otherwise deposited into your account, it is your responsibility to return those funds. So I ain't saying that she should have, because they in the article said that she went and bought a car, a crib, like, so about $600,000.
Like a trap.
about $600,000 of that bread gone. Got to be. You know what I'm saying?
Because they done
So-
repoed that car. They done came. You ain't in that crib.
But my thing is, so they like, yo, we need this bread back, and she like, nah, fuck that.
That
This
shit
ain't five-
personally sounds like a trap.
It sounds fucked up. But here's the reality though. This ain't 5, 6, 7 months. This ain't $1,000 we talking about. This is $1.2 million.
Right.
What did she think was gonna happen?
Exactly. And
What
then
did she think? They gonna get that motherfucking money back.
but look at it this way. What if you put 1.2 million into your account and it mistakenly went into the wrong account?
Don't you want your shit back?
Don't you want your shit back?
But the
Because look.
FDIC ain't even insured for that fucking much.
But now check it out though. That's an investment account, Charles Schwab. That's not FDIC insured. I had $17,000 mistake. This is a few years ago. Mistakenly deposited in my account, and I just sat there. I swear to God, I just sat there and looked at it until they finally got their shit right. But me and Deborah, oh my God, it's hard, and it probably I can imagine how hard looking at 1.2 mil could be. Cause I was looking at that 17,000 like, oh my God. I like, but this shit ain't mine though. But I was like, oh, I said they gonna catch it. They gonna catch. If they caught 17,000, they gonna catch 1.2 million.
Oh yeah.
My question is, how long did it take them to catch it? Cause she done bought a house and a car.
Right. And which okay, that when I read that in the story, I'm like, I said the same shit. Cause I was like, how much long this money?
Well,
because it only took them motherfuckers 4 days to get that 17,000 back about my
when they found out
about you.
When she found the money in there, she hurried up and withdrew the money and put it into a different account.
Yeah. She transferred the funds. So she knew figuratively, she knew what she was doing.
Right. And that's what they're gonna get her at. My thing is this: hey, look, I done bought this shit. Here go the rest of the money. I found a way to pay it because you're sitting in jail. I'm gonna try to find every way possible not to have my ass in jail.
I still feel like that should sound like a setup. Niggas got set up.
But who do you blame?
Let's see what you gonna do.
Sounding like your favorite giant, huh, David? I got set damn up.
Oh,
Lawrence Taylor. You remember that shit? I will never forget that shit. That nigga, they bought that nigga out the handcuffs out the room with the prostitute. I got set damn up. Yeah, that's what we gonna call it.
Hey, I look at it like this: if a motherfucker put some crack on your doorstep,
you gonna smoke it? First of all, if you recognize it, you telling on yourself. Is that a rock right there? You telling on yourself. Cause I would walk over a crack rock all day, every day. I wouldn't even think twice about it.
I ain't even gonna go out my front door.
Oh, we got Big Kevin Leonard in the building.
Oh, Big Lynn, the bowling extraordinaire. He didn't tell me that he was on. He didn't tell me that he was in the pro league and shit.
Man, hey,
man, I went out there to visit dude, and I think he rolled like 5 strikes in a row, 5 or 6. I was like, damn, boy, this is what we doing?
Oh man, when he told me he bowled a 300 game, I'm never bowling against him anymore.
Man, and then one of the dudes he was bowling with paid for his whole trip from side bets.
Damn,
you fancy?
Yeah. Huh? I was like, when I'm sitting there listening, he's like, yeah. He said, me and the little lady gonna stay out here an extra day because I got the money. What?
This nigga hustling.
I was like, y'all too serious for me.
You gonna catch him in the pool hall hustling motherfuckers.
Too serious for me.
So while we close to the top of the hour, we got let's support Shells. So Shells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pretty much. Let me explain this to the family real quick. So we got a few people lined up to what we're going to interview. A lot of them thought they were coming on this week, and I had to let them know. No, that one, this is our first day back. 2, this Shells Day. You know, so we not gonna have anybody teamed up. We're gonna let Shells, explain to you all what she is doing. So, but we do have people lined up for interviews. Shell, the floor is on you.
Okay.
Come now.
So for those who don't know, I am a poet, been for a long time.
And she's
I
sensitive
have
about her shit.
I have two self-published books, but as of recently, within the last a little bit from last year to this year, I decided that I really wanted to get into having an actual poetry album, and I have accomplished that. So my first debut EP dropped last week. Was it last week? Week before last? On the 27th, and it is called Muse Theory by Complicated Simplicity. You know, that's my stage name. I have a total of actually 4 poem tracks and 3 interlude intros, all that shit. On there. So yes, Muse Theory is the name. Um, I'm very proud of myself. This is my first attempt at doing this. So I am now really considered a recording artist, believe it or not. My album is on all streaming platforms. It's on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, iTunes, Pandora, Tidal, um, everywhere. Everywhere there's a music streaming app, I'm on that mother. So you can, I believe you can purchase through iTunes. It's only $6.93. The rest is streaming, and my money would be coming from streaming. Even though when it comes to this is my art, so I could get money from it, but I just enjoy doing it. It just makes me happy in general. So, but if you get those stream up, please listen to it. Give it a listen, even if you're not a poetry person. The album is a total of 13 minutes out of your day time, so I would appreciate the streams. Any and all feedback is appreciated as well on my Facebook or Instagram. Um, um, I didn't know that your girl could go up for a literary Grammy. Did y'all know that? I was
Get
like,
the
what?
fuck out of here.
I
Okay,
didn't
come
know
on
that
with
I
it.
could be nominated for that. So fingers crossed.
There it is.
But yeah.
And Deron promised not to slap nobody for talking about you either.
What?
Will Smith.
Oh,
okay.
He's stupid. But yes, I will be continuing to do more projects. I'm probably gonna really step away from doing the books, even though I am a tangible person. But I understand that a lot of people don't really read as much nowadays. I will be letting it, steam right now, but I plan on doing a limited edition of only 50 actual CDs because I love having shit tangible. 50 is only gonna be 50.
Actually, 48 because me and Deron we first on the list, so it's only 48.
You got 48 CDs,
right? So I'm letting y'all know now. So if you say you was 49, you might be fucked.
So yeah, they're going to be a limited edition when I get that situated, which won't be here until maybe September. I can't give you an exact date right now, but if you keep up with my pages on Instagram, Facebook, I also have a Twitter account separate now for that. You'll see. So on Facebook, it's Complicated Simplicity 1985 if you want to search it. It's Complicated Simplicity 85 on Instagram. And on Twitter, it is, let me see, because Twitter got to have a different name and shit. Short, broken down. On Twitter, it's complicated __ S. That's on my Twitter. So keep up with me there. I'm posting, more about the album. I'll start posting a lot more other stuff on there as well. But follow me. I'll follow you back. Tell to keep in touch, and then I'll have more projects on the way. I've actually already started on my second project. Been started. I'm already ahead, way fucking ahead. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a tangible when it comes to CDs. And I'm also going to be doing I might do a limited edition when it comes to vinyl. You would probably have to get in contact with me personally to do that. But yeah, stream my album, Muse Theory, is out now, all available streaming platforms.
There it is.
So we can't talk about all bad stories and stuff like that. So you got a Mississippi teen who jumped in the water, and actually Deron said it's from his wife's hometown.
Yeah.
It's 3 girls, they were in the water. He jumped in to save them, but I just found out something today. An officer that tried to jump in and save them, the teen also saved the officer.
Hold up, say time out.
What?
Hold up. You can't swim and you jumped in the water to try to save a motherfucker.
I understand. Hey,
give
it the old college try.
I'm confused.
But jumping in the water to help somebody, if you can't stand up in that shit, I ain't the one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
What are you confused about?
I'm confused. Why would you jump in
the water and you can't swim?
Yeah.
You know
that's like saying somebody got a gun and you don't, but you run to where the commotion is. If I don't have a gun, why am I going over there?
Running towards the bullets and shit. Okay.
Just like look, I remember, I don't know if you remember, Dave, but I think I told you the time when over there on Blackstone, when the call came over the radio, they was like, they shooting over here with assault weapons. And my partner was like, you want to go over there? I said, for what, man? What kind of gun you got? Because all I got is a 40.
Right. Yeah.
Muppa got assault weapon, assault rifle. I'm good. No, nigga, we ain't going.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be one that
I ain't gonna make that. Matter of fact, turn the radio off. I ain't here. Turn the radio off, player. What you doing?
Man.
So yeah, I don't get. I mean, I'm not gonna fault the cop for jumping in because at least he did try to save him. Unfortunately, if you don't know how to swim,
I gave it the old college try. That's what we're going with, huh?
Yeah. So look here, I'm about
well, obviously that nigga failed college. Sometimes the old college try got to make sense. Sometimes it just do.
Right. So I just posted a link. If anybody want to jump in and talk to us about the issues, I just put it on the page. I gotta figure out how to put it in the description. Oh, you know what? I can put it right here. Okay. Hold on. Y'all know I'm still trying to learn this stuff. I'm hold on.
That's all right. It's been a minute. We'll be back we'll be back, right? And you're gonna get your internet right, too, Tron.
Yeah, get it together, nigga.
Get you some Wi-Fi extenders or some shit.
That might be what it is. But ain't the internet coming through the basement anyway?
Well, don't the extenders help? Well, I don't know. Don't let me spend your money, man. I don't know.
Right.
I don't want to spend your money and shit because, like, we already had the conversation before we got on. At one point, I had 15, 16 motherfuckers hooked up to my shit. When but 5 people in the house, I had 15 motherfuckers hooked up to the. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Look, let me not identify as a motherfucker that know everything. So let me just mind my business.
So okay, so now there's a story, and well, when I first heard the story, it was just about Naperville. But come to find out, this has been a hot topic. So they have a gender queer book, a book that they have in libraries at certain schools. Parents are upset about this book because they have sex acts in it, and they wanted it banned. A few cities have banned this book from being in the libraries in the school. Naperville actually said that no, this book could be in there. So my question is this: if you put a book in there that has sex acts, even though it is a gay book, can we put Hustle Playboy in there?
What?
The Jay Queer book has been approved in Naperville to be in the library. In the libraries at the school. The parents don't want the book in there saying that it has sex acts in it. So pretty much you got women eating women, men giving men blowjobs.
In the book?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, what other sex acts can you have with the same sex?
No, I'm saying I didn't know that there were actual visuals.
Yes, they said it's sex acts in the book. So if that's the case, can you have a hustler or playboy in there?
I mean, might as well. Okay, so my question is this. What, it don't matter, high school, junior high, elementary, this is where it is.
Well, I just know about the high school. The high schools in Naperville.
Even though it don't matter, because they all still children, but Jesus Christ.
And
they wildin'.
And see, the problem that I have is when you forcing homosexuality onto the kids. That's the problem.
I don't necessarily see it as force. I see it as grooming.
I see it as grooming too, but you're still forcing it.
Only reason why I say I don't see it as force is if it's like you're gonna read this book and this is the assignment and you're gonna like how it's written. That's considered force. I feel like it's grooming. Like they are trying to make shit normalized in order for shit that's not supposed to be normalized start to be okay.
Somebody put up a quote on Facebook and they said they making dudes gayer every summer. Like, what is a hoochie daddy short? What is that?
What's the what?
You know, they got these shorts out, they call them hoochie daddy shorts. They basically tight nut huggers.
They're not a specific like brand. It's just shorts, like how motherfuckers wore in basketball back in the fucking 70s. But then now
Back
they
in the
have
day,
they have reframed it, and it's hoochie daddy shorts.
Hoochie
and
daddy
niggas
shorts.
have come up. Well, I shouldn't say niggas. Women have come up with the rules of men wearing hoochie daddy shorts. Like they gotta be short, but you gotta work out your legs, and they gotta be rolled up, and that's just women being perverted, if you ask me. But
Man.
I think it's funny. It be trends every fucking year when it comes to that shit too.
You got men wearing skinny jeans and rompers. I mean,
yeah, it's just another thing to add to the list. That's all.
There you go.
That's
and it's just something else that I'm going to divest myself from. But here's my problem with the book.
Why? You don't want to wear no hoochie daddy shorts?
I'm good. I look at some of these fashions and I just thank God that I'm 50. But then again, I can't even say that because I've seen some old dudes rocking that shit. You know what I'm saying? But here's my problem. Here's my problem with the book. And I hate to have to keep beating this drum, but we can have a queer Bible. We can have queer books in the school. But when we try to teach Black history in the schools, they want to call it critical race theory and
they don't
label it as something
that
negative.
In the school. They don't want critical race theory because
this is the bullshit that I'm talking about, because critical race theory is nothing but history. See, the thing is they don't want to address it because it makes them look bad.
Right.
But here's the thing. In order for something to change, we have to address it. We have to but by constantly ignoring it and trying to sweep it under the rug, only thing you get when you constantly sweep dirt under the rug is you get a lumpy ass rug.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we could talk about queer shit in schools, and we can teach that and make our kids read that, but we can't have coherent, intelligent conversations about Black struggle in the United States. Come on, man, stop it. In
Why?
history,
Why
stop.
would we? Why would we when mostly what we learn in school doesn't prepare us for life in general any fucking way? And most of the stuff that we have been taught throughout history is a lie anyway.
Go dig
So
that.
why would they want it to now be classes pertaining to critical race theory? So you could see, like, what was that? I can't remember the year when they was taking pictures and they was doing integration in the school, and they didn't want the little black girl to go to the all white school. They don't want to identify those pictures of those white people that are just somebody's grandmother out here to be identified. Like you was out here really throwing shit and yelling at a fucking 6-year-old child just trying to go to school because she was black. That's because
There you
motherfuckers don't
go.
want to be exposed. That's why. The
And
genderqueer book says that. I think that it, like you said, it has a lot to do with everybody has to be inclusive, and that's all good and well because that's fine. We in the year fucking 2020. My thing is this: why do you still feel like it's a fight? Is niggas going outside with the fear of being pulled over because they gay or because they black?
yeah,
And
here's
somebody would say that's apples and oranges, but is
It
it
really
really
ain't though.
though?
You know what? It's not apples and oranges because every time a gay person brings up their struggle, they want to compare it to being black. See, everybody want to compare themselves to being black until it's time to be black.
But there's no comparison.
because I was gonna say that everybody used the black struggle as their, but
Because one is seen as a choice and one is seen as not being a choice. Even though in some senses I feel like you being gay can be a choice, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a choice because if that's something within you being attracted to the same sex, that's something within you that you can't deny. However, now in these days, you have motherfuckers saying, "Oh, I've been done dirty by a man so much that I'm just gonna be gay now."
well, here's
As
my
if
question.
as if a chick ain't gonna dog you too.
Right.
Thank you.
But here's my question: how can you talk about homosexuality without talking about sex? Just like you can't talk about heterosexuality
What
without talking about
Talking
sex.
about sex.
you can't even say the word without saying sex.
Exactly.
Right.
So my question is this: you took sex education out of schools, something that relates to everybody, protecting yourself, because they say kids are not mature enough to handle it, which is
Man, they out
bullshit.
here talking about teaching this shit to kindergartners.
Well,
So they full
here's
of
the
shit.
problem. Here's the problem that I have. So if your child says, I want to live with mommy or I want to live with daddy, the courts say, well, you know what? You're not mature enough to make that decision. The courts is going to make that decision. But if your 4-year-old child, 5-year-old child say, you know what? I don't feel myself as being a boy. I'm a girl. Now they say, oh, well, they have the right to choose. Well, how the
Yeah.
hell you ain't mature enough to be with the parent that you want to be with, but you mature enough to say you want to change your sex? Get the fuck out of
Just
here.
like an 18-year-old is not mature enough to drink alcohol, but they mature enough to go to war.
Yeah. But if you're in some
Which is
country, hey, you can still
I'm
drink.
about to go. Well.
Shut up, David.
Here's the thing. As an 18-year-old active duty member, you can't drink outside the base, but you can buy alcohol on the base.
Yes.
You learn something new every day.
Yes.
Yeah. Because when I found that out, you couldn't tell me I wasn't grown. I was like, what? I was like, yo, let me get that cake. Let me get that fip.
Hey,
Tell me shit.
First time I went out to sea, we went to Puerto Rico. Shit, I had me all kind of bottles in my bag.
Even though in some instances, let's not even fluff the pillows and shit. Mostly everybody that's turned 18 already have drunk some shit anyway, unless that's just.
Hello.
I'm not going to say
Hello.
that's for everybody because everybody hasn't had that experience, but hello. So, but yeah, genderqueer book. It's weird. I don't know. I can speak on it, but it's just like until I have a child on my own, I still think it's fucked up because, like I said, I feel like it's grooming. And I don't know if y'all seen this before, or we might have talked about this before. I feel like they really trying to push a lot of narratives and teach and push this thing onto children more so with it's okay to be gay and this you can identify as this and they, them, he, her, she, EMGI, whatever the hell all these fucking shits are. To prepare them to be okay with the pedophiles that's trying to be a part of the LGBTQ. Now, tell me if I'm fucking wrong because they have a whole thing out here. They call themselves MAPS.
What?
What is MAP?
MAPS is
I know they got
minor attracted persons or some shit. Where it's a motherfucker that's attracted to a fucking minor, but because they don't actually do anything to a minor, it's okay, and we need to make space for them because
they have an organization called NAMBLA, and NAMBLA was trying to be part of the LGBTQIARUST, and NAMBLA stands for North America Man Boy Love Association.
Actually, the man that invented NAMBLA is the motherfucker that started LGBTQ. If we go and take it there, I don't remember his damn name right now.
I didn't know that. Got to look that up. I didn't know that.
You're welcome. But
learning.
And if you feel some type of way, Google is free. At least use it now when it's free, because it might not be free in the future. Anyway, yeah. I forgot his name for the life of me, but he is one that started that NAMBLA shit and then went on in and started the LGBTQ. But now, just like this pronoun shit, LGBTQ, I believe, has gone astray. How many goddamn letters is it?
I call them the alphabet game or the Skittles game.
Oh my God. I mean, hey, do your identity thing. Find yourself. Why the fuck was you lost in the first place? But, dude, enjoy your life. Do what you want. But if you expect me to add a whole new terminology, a whole new thought process in order to make you feel comfortable, not offended, and feel respected, I'm going to base my feelings on you as a person and a character and not who you fucking.
So, well,
that's how I feel.
Unless you fucking children, in which case I'm going to judge you.
Yeah, that shit where they trying to implement these pedophiles, minor attracted person is what they call it. That shit is outlandish, and this is why I say how it's just been a thing as of lately, or I shouldn't say how I feel with these adults allowing their children to go to drag shows and all that. Cool, do what you want with your fucking kids. I think it's weird, even though some kids don't understand, but these motherfucking new pandemic children, they smart as hell. They know what the fuck going on, majority. So, nah, bro. Stop trying to groom. Stop trying to make I feel like they are trying to make it comfortable for niggas to be comfortable, for motherfuckers to be up here like, well, you know, he's attracted to minors, but it's okay. He don't do nothing or touch them or do nothing. The fuck?
Shit. Well, while we on the gay topic, so I have a problem.
Nigga said, "Why we on the gay topic?" Now, what did this woman being gay got to do with anything? Or what you about to say?
Well, I mean, she is gay, right? I mean,
does her gayness got to do with what you about to say?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because she used three things to get out of every bullshit that she's involved. One, because she's black. 2, because she's a woman. And 3, because she's gay. Lori Lightfoot is nothing but
Hold on
a
a second, man.
female.
I don't
black
want to call
Donald
you
Trump.
out, but did you say she uses 2 things to get out
I
of
said 3.
everything and
I
then
said
just
3.
named off 3?
He been fucking up with his
my bad.
numbers all day.
No.
though.
I said 3. We after this shit, go back. It's about the minute 19 mark. Go back and look at this shit, motherfucker. I said 3.
Actually, it's about the
Man.
hour 19, but go ahead.
Okay, my bad. Now I fucked up on that one.
Damn, we just celebrated your master's degree, bro. What's happening?
I ain't get no master's. I got a bachelor's.
No, his bachelor's. I'm the.
Oh, you got the master's. He got the master's.
Yeah.
Look, I'm trying to be funny, and I thought so.
Hey, it's our first show back. It's gonna happen.
So you know, she got on stage at the gay pride parade or whatever, which kids were there, and she decided to say, "Hey, fuck Clarence Thomas." She is nothing but a female black Donald Trump. If you don't go with her, she's cussing you out. She told motherfuckers a few weeks ago she got the biggest dick in Chicago.
Oh yeah, I remember when she said that. She probably do.
Yeah.
I mean, you could buy him at the store.
Yeah. She ain't the cutest motherfucker. I mean, whoo. I mean, shit. Yeah. So Grady Wilson, Beetlejuice, I mean, Lori Littlefoot.
You
So, but she gets up and she done cuss all this other shit, and even when she said "F you" to Donald Trump on national TV, I mean, so we just gonna say all this stuff, and somebody tried to say, "Oh, well, maybe she meant forget you." Come on, man. Let's don't take up for the bitch. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. And I don't know if she identified.
I thought we was only calling people bitches who we didn't know how to identify.
I don't know how to identify her because she looked like a man, but she claimed to be a woman. So I'm just gonna go in the middle and say bitch.
You wow.
And then because she's another one of them pro-black white motherfuckers. You know, I'm only gonna talk to black media until I get home to Becky. And I'm gonna call that bitch Becky because you want to call a white woman Becky that don't agree with you. So your wife is Becky. I don't give a fuck what that bitch call herself because I don't know if she a man or woman either. I don't know which one a man or woman in a relationship because they both look like niggas I used to slap box with. So but
you did a lot of slap boxing growing up.
I know. I think I used to play for the Bulls. The fucking center used to average about 15 rebounds a game, blocking shots, made Manute Bol look like shit. So, but
they messing with your connection because you started talking about them.
They might. But no, these motherfuckers. I mean, but you get on there, you curse around children. I mean, she when I say she is like Donald Trump, she is like Donald Trump. That's why she couldn't stand Donald Trump. It wasn't for anything else. Them two are just alike. Either you do what the fuck I say, or you fired, or I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. That you have to agree with her 100%, or she's gonna try to call you out. You look, you ain't gotta deal with this fucking whore no more. I mean, this bitch no more.
Is that? I mean. Majority of politicians are like that, so I mean,
but at least some of them act like they give a shit. This bitch, when I'm telling you, she gets on TV and what you want, and you better roll.
I'd rather she show me who she is than to lie to my face.
But if you go against her, the first thing, if a man go against her, if you're a black man, you go against her. The first thing she gonna say, "Oh, you're going against me because I'm a woman or I'm a lesbian." A white man, "Oh, because I'm black." When the black woman went against another lesbian black woman, she can use shit now. Because what you gonna say? Yeah, she running for mayor again, Sam, unfortunately. And if people don't learn their lessons, because for some reason, Chewbacca got back in office 2 years ago. I mean, not Chewbacca. Damn, fuck. Kim Fox got back in office 2 years ago. You know,
it's tripped out when like people that don't even know I'm from here, but we'll be having like discussions about shit going on in the country, and they'll say shit like Chicago needs to get rid of that mayor. And I'm like, word. Motherfuckers from other states thinking that. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot about you.
And don't forget, right here, Derek says, don't forget she was caught in a bold-faced lie and nothing was, yeah.
Why
But
would anything be done?
see, but nobody's going to say anything because they scared of the backlash because they scared
Oh
that
yeah. Fox
if
has
I
some
say
domestic
anything,
issues.
if I say anything, then they're gonna call. They're gonna say I'm racist, or they're gonna say I'm a homophobic, or whatever. So people are scared to talk about this bitch. And then again, for people that just came in,
And then there's you.
I call her a bitch because I don't know what the bitch identifies as. So
Brady from Sanford and Son, nigga, what the fuck you talking about?
I know.
You see them KNG suits she be wearing?
Man, this bitch don't know a tailor.
Untailored?
This bitch get it. I think she wears some what's the other tall bitch that look like a man? Perkwinkle. I think she wear her.
Wait, hold up, Sam. Kim Fox had it.
Oh, you hear about that thing?
You didn't know?
Oh, she
somebody
hit her
was whooping her
husband.
ass.
With her husband.
No, she with the husband.
Oh, she was the one doing the abusing.
Yes.
No wonder she want to let these niggas out of jail because she is them, they are her. That's how she
Yes. Yes, she with the husband. Yes.
Oh,
I know I spelled it wrong. Fuck it. I forgot the other X. But I'm wrong. This bitch wrong. Fuck it. We just gonna be wrong.
So you was gonna put I thought you would put 3 X's on that. Boom, boom.
Speaking of politicians, have y'all seen the most recent politician? Her name Tierra Mack in Rhode Island that decided she wanted to twerk on the beaches.
Hello.
I didn't hear about
that. Move to Rhode Island. I like yo.
No, you
like yo. Let me get this boat up in there for you.
Do she have a nice body?
I mean, decent, but she was twerking upside down, G. I mean, her body ain't bad.
She was doing a twerk on a handstand. Niggas was going in on her.
She don't look like a busted can of biscuits. I mean, have we seen better bodies? Yes.
So she not
Lizzo. Said she was doing a thirst trap for votes.
So she not Lizzo.
Saying she's a real fun person.
Not at all. Not at all. But here's my thing. For that to be an issue, there seems to be other issues that are more serious than a senator who's twerking. I mean, because again, like you talk about some, we deflecting and taking it off of Lightfoot. Wow. I look at it like this. She didn't hurt nobody, and let's not talk about her twerking. Let's talk about some real shit. Let's talk about some legislative shit. Because like she brought up in one of her, I don't know if she was either on Twitter, but she was like, they want to talk about me twerking. They was like, but they don't want to talk about the legislation that I've helped pass. Let's talk about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, let's talk about real shit. I could give a look. This is not your father's politics. This is not the 1950s and 60s. You might elect a senator, and if she's a woman, she might have a twerk video out there. I only ask is that she be able to do it.
Oh yeah, you know what? Deron said this already. I'm gonna look up.
Yeah, and she's an AKA. Stand up. Yes,
hey, you know what? Now, me and my wife was talking about this because I think the AKA is starting to slip a little bit. Because the AKA used to be some of the finest motherfuckers out there. I done seen a couple of them like the fuck.
I mean, every family has their questions.
Every
family has their questions. It happens.
All right. I'm always saying, hey, AKA is supposed to be the finest motherfuckers. And then you see some of these motherfuckers.
They nicknames are the pretty girls, and every family has their questions.
So now the ones that's not pretty, do they have another nickname for them?
Hey man,
okay girls.
We gonna move on. Because I'm I'm gonna say this: the AKAs love me. You're not gonna get me on here talking shit.
No,
about
it is no, hey, it's no knock to the AKAs. Trust me, it's not. I'm down for y'all. I keep trying to tell my wife, cause my wife want to pledge. I got two cousins that just pledged. One of them, I told her, I said, I assumed you would have been an AKA because the AKAs are fine girls. And she was like, yeah, but she want to go because whatever reason. I ain't gonna say it because I don't want to piss the AKAs off. But I told my wife, I said,
but like, it's not for everybody. I mean, what she want to be a Delta?
I think she a Delta. One of them a Delta, and the other one is I can't remember.
Zeta.
I mean,
Yeah,
I feel like this. I tell people all the time, man. What door you go through, it doesn't matter. It just needs to fit you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true. But I told my wife she ain't got another choice. She got to be AKA because AKA is supposed to be fine, motherfucker.
Well, Deltas ain't bad neither, so she could go either one.
So what did y'all think about Miss Brittany fucking Griner? Okay, Deron look like he got something to say. We're gonna put the mic on you.
Well, I look at it like this. This is a Pandora's box that needs to stay closed. They don't need to be asking America. As a government, we don't need to step in this. She went over there and broke the law. Okay, period, point blank. If we intervene and start doing prisoner swaps and shit like that, who's next? I mean, because we still got motherfuckers in Quantico Bay from 9/11. So I mean, this is some national security shit, because a lot of people are looking at just like, oh, it's Brittany Griner. If we intervene in this politically, you're opening up the door for a lot of other shit. She went over there and admitted to breaking the law and asked for leniency. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just say it like that.
She went to jail for vape, hashish oil in a vape pen.
Hashish oil. But here it is. This is not she wasn't in the United States. She was in the USSR.
Yeah.
She's in Russia.
Different rules.
So you need like what did we tell motherfuckers? Before you break the law, you need to know the law, right?
Exactly.
So before you go over there, before you go over there with that shit, like tell motherfuckers all the time, hey man, like you get motherfuckers go overseas and then they buy a ticket and say, well, they wouldn't let me on the plane because I got a passport, but it expires in 4 months. Hey, some travel restrictions say your passport got to be valid within within a 6 month period of time. So if you 2 months inside of that, nigga, you just spent whatever the money is on that ticket. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Before you go, learn the law.
And I tell this all the time. I mean, me and Deron was in the military. You go to the U.S. jail system is bullshit. If you want to know
certain countries, you don't want to go to jail.
Exactly. And my thing is this. People say, well, it's just a little weed oil, whatever. It doesn't matter. And I was looking at what this lawyer was saying. He's was part of the U.S. consulate over there. They convict 99% of people that
99.
Yes.
See, like this little dog and pony show that we call jail and the legal system is bullshit. Like, you got motherfuckers that will get stoned in other countries. Yes. You got motherfuckers that get caned. And if you don't know what caning is, it's more than just a whooping in public. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, you got motherfucking countries where they be like, you stole some shit. What hand you steal it with? You ain't got that one no more. You got one more time to get this shit right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, so this little dog and pony show that we got, they talking about we too hard on them. I remember when they told us we had to start wearing black gloves because it intimidated the inmates. It intimidated a nigga that's in here for attempted murder. What?
Exactly.
I mean, this the bullshit that we do over here, other countries look at us and laugh.
They laugh at us.
And then we wonder why we have the situation. Then you wonder why we have the crime problems that we have. Like, I tell people all the time, like, yo, the gun violence in Chicago is not the same gun violence here in Texas. You know why? Because these boys out here ain't playing with you.
Exactly. So I was looking at it's a girl that went to Chicago State with me. She's a lesbian basketball player, and she was talking about the whole Brittany Griner. Her and this guy was going back and forth on her post. And she was saying, well, because if it was LeBron James over there, the US would have sent the troops over there to go get him. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. One, LeBron James wouldn't have went over there with the shit, but they wouldn't have. Then of course she was like,
Exactly.
well, if they made enough money, but see, me and her was in a debate before at school when we did the little mock debates, and we was talking about the WNBA making the same as the NBA, and I had to ask the question, how many WNBA games have you been to? She said none. But that's fucking funny because there's more women in the United States than there are men. So if you want to go with that, thinking that women should be make the same amount as the NBA, then maybe if you women supported the fucking WNBA, they would be a booming fucking business.
Yeah, because women outnumber men. So if just women went to the games, they could kill it.
Exactly.
Pick up and kill it and kill it and kill. No, that was a little Nick Cannon right there.
I know that's wild. Now I went to the show when he came out here a couple weeks ago. It was pretty funny. I'm surprised they didn't do a drug test. All motherfuckers smoking weed shit. I'm surprised, man. I would have probably failed. Much weed out of there. Walking crowd and shit.
It was that
deep,
man. Enough?
That deep.
Like nigga.
But no, I mean, but you making money. You make money over there, you make money over here. Did you really need to get that oil? Throw that shit away.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. So now here's what's fucked up. They let her get in the country with it. It wasn't the fact that she got in the country. It was when she tried to get back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You had just went over there and made about $1 million. Fuck that vape pen. Throw that shit away.
Exactly. Like when I was a dumbass, right? When I was in the Navy and I used to fuck around, you know, I'd buy a box of condoms and shit, and I was trying to save the other two. And that's how I would get caught with that shit. And I'm like, I had to think, I'm like, damn, this shit's stupid. Why not just throw the other ones away? It ain't like they that expensive. Well, that's the same thing here. You done made all this money. Why you shaking your head?
This nigga just tried to compare weed.
This nigga did a
condom. With a condom.
No, what I'm saying is my dumbass actions, because I'm trying to save $1 or $2.
Right.
But she could have just threw that shit away and bought the shit when she got into the US. Was it that
a whole nothing?
Exactly.
A whole nothing. Guess where you be right? Guess where you be right now? Right here. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. Because you could have just threw it the fuck away.
Melissa trying to say LeBron would have never went over there because he don't need a part-time job. That's true.
The point. That's real shit. And I mean, but on the real shit, like, cause like, I like the WNBA, right? I haven't been to a game in about 4 years, but I've been to a game, right? A lot of people who talk this, the women need to get paid shit, have never even been to a game. So salaries are generated off revenue. If they ain't bringing in no money, they can't pay out no money. I mean, This is simple economics, people. Like ain't nobody in business. JT, what's good, boy? Ain't nobody in business to give away money that they not bringing in. Like Shaquille O'Neal.
But the media is not going to explain it like that.
The motherfuckers who write the checks are wealthy, right? They didn't get wealthy because they just giving money away. Because they want to appease the public. So they can say, well, we paying the women XYZ. The women are getting paid according to what they're bringing in. Whether that's if you don't agree with that shit, go to the game and increase the revenue stream.
Derek said more women go to NBA games than WNBA. You know why?
Exactly.
Because they hope that they could get some.
They NBA dudes bringing in bank.
They hoping they get some millionaire dick.
What, David?
No. I ain't saying all women. This not to all women. Why do you think so many women go to the All-Star game?
Oh, well, that's the All-Star game.
But no, they go
You
to
don't
these
really
other
know what
games
that
too,
is.
hoping that they could get them $1
But
million.
look, if you've ever been like in the tunnel at the old Chicago Stadium, in the tunnel at the old Chicago Stadium, or even now that Jordan them ain't playing, like I went to a game and it was Derrick Rose and them, still good players, not Jordan them, but they still dope players. Women is in the back of the is in the tunnel waiting on them,
Yeah.
like Michael Jackson Prince. I mean, like it's like you went to a concert, not a basketball game.
And like Michelle, I'm not saying all women do this, but you have women that go to these games hoping that they could get a come up.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, them women ain't gonna worry about no abortions because they trying to keep that baby. They looking at that shit as a payday. Shit.
They looking for their Nick Cannon.
Exactly.
What the
Nick Cannon already told you his baby mamas ain't gotta work.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
So
man.
you can't wonder why somebody want to have Nick Cannon baby, because Nick Cannon already told you have a baby by me, baby, and be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying?
But it's funny that you haven't heard anything from any of those women. It must be an NDA or something that they agree to. Well,
Yo,
I just want to add this
you
as
better
a
sign
side
some
note.
shit.
Right. To Brittany Griner, when I was talking about the Macy Gray situation, she was they blocked Macy Gray and her band from performing because they was wearing free Brittany Griner shirts.
I ain't hear about that.
Wow. Oh wow.
It was on the New York Post.
But see, here's another thing that I don't get about Brittany Griner.
Or they blocked them from wearing the shirts. I'm not necessarily saying if they didn't play or whatever.
Oh, okay. But 2 weeks prior to her getting arrested, Biden had put out for all Americans to get out of Russia because of the potential conflict. 2 weeks after that, we had the conflict, and Melishawn, how am I out of control? Melishawn said David is out of control.
Okay, so let me help you with the pronunciation. Just Melishawn.
Melishawn. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey,
I'm correcting you before she do. That's
okay. Hey. She can always come on the show now, but I'm trying to figure out how I'm out of control.
Oh, we gonna get her on the show. She got a book coming out. We gonna get her on the show.
Okay, but no, they told everybody, all the U.S. to get out of Russia because the conflict, and I really believe if she would have got out of Russia then, she would be okay, even with the oil.
How much time she serving? That's the question. I don't know.
But
I think they talking about 10-year pull like this. If she served that time, and she served over there, it's gonna be 100%. That's why they're trying to get her transported over here. But
10 years?
Yes.
She ain't gonna. I put like this: when she get out, she ain't playing no more ball. But again, hold on a second. It ain't even. It's the oil. But here's the thing: we're thinking here. We're thinking American shit.
Right.
This is like other countries. They not as liberal as we are.
They strict on drugs over there.
Oh, they not playing no games. They for real.
Hell, what was that country where they just shot the?
That nigga said, "Don't even take no Tylenol. I'm gonna give you 5 years for Tylenol, nigga."
But they told her.
Do this nigga got an Excedrin? Like what the fuck? This nigga got an Advil in this bitch.
But they said if she plead guilty, that she could get less time. But see, it's not like the U.S. where you work out a plea deal and say, okay, well, look, 2 years if you plead out now. Over there, you plead out and hoping they give you less time. And there's no jury over there. When you go,
everything over there is a bench trial.
Yeah,
everything over there is a bench trial.
And because one of the stories that I read, one of the judges let somebody off, and next thing you know, he woke up dead. So when they say 99%,
He died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Oh man, look. I remember a sailor got in some trouble in Japan, and he thought he was gonna run his ass on the boat. Man, the Navy gave his ass over. Hey, here you go. I forgot what he did, but he had to do 99 years.
Let me tell you something, man.
Life over.
In the on the Asian continent, Russia and Mexico, you don't want to go no motherfucking jail.
Mm-mm.
You don't want to go no motherfucker. They will fucking lose your ass.
Yeah. They say in Mexico, this white boy told me when him and his wife was in Mexico, what the police over there is so crooked. He was like, they came up to his wife and like, yeah, you raped a little girl. So pretty much you got to give him some money or you going to jail.
Man, yeah.
So
And what's funny is a lot of people now, as of lately, talking about they want to leave the U.S., they hate the U.S., and I'm just like, nigga, if you get locked up somewhere outside this motherfucker,
Man, look here.
That's it.
We live in a country that is soft on crime. Why would you want to go anywhere else?
that is true. So the last story of the day, you got the Highland Park shooter. This is a white boy who dressed in drag and just started shooting up the 4th of July parade.
Can I make a disclaimer before you continue?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
If you do not live in Illinois, preferably Chicago, this was not Chicago, people.
Right.
This is not Chicago.
Right.
This is a town
Right.
north of Chicago.
North.
I had motherfuckers blowing me up like, oh my God, was you? First of all, you know I ain't outside. That's number one. Number two, it was not Chicago.
That is true.
Continue.
So this, I guess what he did, he put on his mother's clothes when it goes shoot up the parade. He should have, but he tried to apply for a FOI card for the people that's not in Chicago. That's a gun card. He tried to apply for one. They said he was mentally unstable.
His bum ass daddy got it for him.
He threatened his mother. So now people are looking, they want the parents locked up, which I do, or at least the daddy. I don't know the mother.
I'm about to say the mother allegedly, according to some stories, I only read like 2, did not approve. The father, and he turned around and did an interview and said he had no regrets on helping his son get a firearm.
Yeah, he should be charged.
What?
He should be locked the fuck up.
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you who else, because like here's what I don't get about people. The father should be charged, but some of the people that say the father should be charged are not saying that the parents that supplied the kids to R. Kelly shouldn't. How do you feel like that, Houseway? All of them should be charged.
Oh, we didn't get on R. Kelly.
That nigga ain't never getting out.
That nigga gonna be 80 years old by the time he get out.
He's not even gonna be 80 because if they gave him 30 years in New York, that nigga still got charges, I think, here and in Georgia.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The only way he would get convicted here is if Kim Fox is out.
You stupid.
Kim
But
Fox
you're right.
Here, she's gonna fuck that up.
But you know why she might do it? Because she's a woman. And I'm not being chauvinistic. I'm saying Kim Fox placates and she plays to her audience.
Yeah, but I still think she's dumb, so she gonna fuck that up.
Okay. I mean, I wish I could disagree with you more vigorously, but I can't. But I mean, okay. So we're talking about the Highland Park. Let's get back on that because R. Kelly, we could do like a whole hour on this Negro.
I don't even want to talk about his ass no more. I am tired of the conversation.
I'm so glad that it's over with because I'm tired of the hypocrisy.
Yeah,
surrounding R. Kelly, and because nobody wants to look at the bigger thing. But as far as this Highland Park shooter, yes,
that is not Chicago. It's North Chicago. That actually ain't had shit to do with us. That was white people.
And I had some.
And we should have been minding our business.
There you go.
That shit ain't got shit to do with
people. people was coming up to me here like, yo, y'all wild in the shot. I was like, that's not Chicago. I say there was nothing melanated about that situation.
Right.
At all. At fucking all.
You know?
I felt like it was a setup anyway, because if you noticed, it was like random cities across the country where it was shootings on the 4th of July. Like, come on, man.
Now I do feel sorry for the 2-year-old child because both his parents were shot dead, and some lady came and grabbed him, and brought him to safety, and now he got to grow up without parents. That's fucked up. This is why we need the death penalty.
They have to grow up without biological parents, because hopefully he'll be put in a room in a home where that love can still be shown, and he can still be raised accordingly. But yeah, that's a fucked up feeling to have to learn and grow up knowing that this motherfucker killed my parents.
Yeah.
Why did you put the asterisk on the word hell? Is that like the worst curse word that you could put on this?
You gotta ask JT that. Hey, ask JT. He the one that did.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I know he.
Unless that was autocorrect.
Yeah, I know. But at some point you got to break it to him. So that maybe not. I mean, because there are situations where you are like, okay, this is going off into like some whole nother shit. But there's situations where you have to tell kids like that because they may need a blood transfusion, right. They may need organ donation, and they're not a match. Well, why ain't I a match? Well, nigga, we not your parents, shit like that. So, I mean, yeah, it's, but I blame the government on this shit too, because you took away all these mental health facilities that a lot of these people could have possibly got help.
No, they didn't. They just sent them to your
ass. So, but you got people that saying jail ain't the answer.
And then you got my thing is no form of incarceration is the answer. So there's no form of incarceration that's the answer. But you don't want these motherfuckers around you. So what we gonna put them? You don't want to put them in a mental facility. Cool. You don't want to put them in jail. Okay. But you don't want them in your neighborhood. So where the fuck we gonna put them? Abraham Lincoln.
In a poor neighborhood.
But here's the thing. Ain't no fences around the broke. See, crime is fine. Drugs was never an issue until Bobby started getting high. See what I'm saying? Long as Junebug and them was getting high, didn't nobody give a fuck. See, crime is not an issue until Bobby starts wielding the gun and shooting up schools. But even then, it's not an issue because black men will capitulate and say and come with their hands up and not be any threat and will get gunned the fuck down. White boys have shown you that they will shoot up an entire fucking school with military grade arsenal and walk away from that unscathed. They ain't gonna take your ass to Burger King.
Yeah, that's true.
Whopper.
Did you want cheese on that? We supersizing this bitch? Fuck out of here, man. Y'all,
when did they stop saying supersize?
They just started asking you want medium or large.
Random thought.
Right. But so they can charge you. Everything is about the almighty dollar.
And charge you the same thing, but if you notice, if you put a...
No, they took away that dollar menu.
No. If you put a small fry and a large thing, it looked like a large.
All I know is that, goddamn it, I went to Wendy's the other day and got a large Frosty and was mad than a motherfucker.
Did you get that strawberry joint?
It was good too. Yo. But all I'm saying is that that shit look like a medium. I'm like, this a large, yo. You just charged me damn near $5 for this shit.
It looked like a medium?
You did.
Shit,
Did
usually
you
the
hear me?
drinks be big as
But
hell.
it was but it was the frosty joint, and I was like, you gave me this. I said, this a large. I was mad. I just know I was mad.
You know they're gonna find every way to to try to make a dollar. So
Yeah.
well, I want to put this out here. So for you all that don't know that I had a battle with cancer last year. Going into this year. And between that, D moving, shells with the overtime. So that's why we took a hiatus, so to say. Right now is in remission. I go back on the 29th for a PET scan. You know, keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully, it have him come back. But I will say this: make sure that whatever doctor you go to, if they ain't doing right by you, get rid of their ass. Find somebody that do. Because had it not been for a nurse practitioner, I might not be here today. Because my doctor kept misdiagnosing me for 6 to 7 months. And
Damn.
had we caught it earlier, you know, maybe things would have went a lot better. But when they caught it, I was at stage 4. So I ended up getting rid of her because of the medicine that they had me on had my blood sugar spike. And I would call her, contact her. I was going to the emergency room. I mean, my blood sugar got up to 680 at one point. And she gonna tell me, we'll monitor it for a week. And if it don't go down, then I'll put you on insulin. So I ended up going to my wife's doctor, got it down. I said, okay, I don't want that bitch as my doctor anymore. I'm switching over. So I ended up changing doctors. So what I'm saying is, you know, if you don't take care of you, ain't nobody else gonna take care of you. You know?
Even though there's a horrible stipulation when it comes to Black people going to the doctor anyway, especially if their doctor is not particularly
non-melanated.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic we could touch on.
Because they believe we can take more. They say, oh, you can take a little bit more pain, you can take a little more discomfort. You all right? You know.
Man, look, one of the nurses,
and then you find out years later you a fucking alien or some shit.
One of the nurses that had to put the needle, because the needle ain't your regular needle when they put it in the port in your chest, and that motherfucker thick. I had one nurse, man. My wife had to hold my legs down because I was about to knock this motherfucker out. About 2 times she couldn't get it in. Now you ain't trying a third. Go get somebody else. And that shit hurts like hell going in. I mean, you can't do it. Get somebody else.
Yeah, medical system ain't shit. They not. I mean, plain and simple.
we glad you're here, and we glad that we can be here doing this shit with you one more again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
for sure. So anything y'all want to say to the family before we get off here?
See you niggas next week.
Deuces.
Hold on, Sales. What happened to Feel the Real? Come on now.
Nigga, I done forgot. We back.
We out of here.
Until next time, motherfucker.
See you niggas next
week. All right, y'all. Hey, it's your truth versus my logic.
All that. We out of here.
Feel the real.